Hi everyone, my name is Victor Velasquez and I'm just checking in here from the Atlanta United training facility. Today we got to talk to Julian Gressel, PT Martinez, and Ezequiel Barco. Obviously, the main question for us with Julian Gressel was asking him questions about his contract with him and the club. But before we could ask him anything, he kind of just came out with a statement and said the following.
Yeah, I kind of have a feeling of what you guys want to ask. But I think I'm in a position, or at the moment, I don't think I want to speak about my current contract situation. It's. I've said something, a lot in the past, and that stands and that's valid, and then there's nothing really to add at the moment. That's the truth. Obviously, I want a resolution, to this as soon as possible. But that's for my agent and the club at the moment to work out, and I don't really want this to be hanging over our heads here in preseason. I don't think that's fair to our club and to our team, and especially not fair to our teammates. Where I don't want them to get dragged into this. We want to get ready and prepare for a fast approaching and then difficult start to the season. That's kind of just where I stand and what I think, and that's something that I hope you all can respect and kind of I'm sorry that there's not more info at the moment, but that's just it. And yeah, I'm happy to answer any questions regarding not contract talk, and yeah, that's really it.
So, we didn't get the opportunity to ask him any questions, but just to try back on some of this with Julian Gressel is that the club has said before that due to the new CBA contract negotiations, they haven't really been able to figure out. That's what the reason why they have been able to settle on a new contract with Julian Gressel, and then Julian Gressel has remembered towards the end of last season, he commented on how he was a little bit frustrated that the club hadn't really signed him to a new contract and whatnot. So we just gotta keep an eye on it right now. We really don't know much other than what Gressel and the club's telling us. So, but we have to remember that Gressel's still under contract for this year. So this is his last year with Atlanta, or could be his last year with Atlanta United. So after that, we kind of just ask him, about how he's feeling about the whole preseason. What is how the team is getting ready for CCL. They will be in Florida for the next 2 weeks. They'll play some training matches. Like, he kind of just told us that he feels good with the team. Obviously, there's new players going around, but they're fitting in well. It's kind of being like this is his fourth season with Atlanta United, so he's kind of just being like a mentor now, kind of taking that role, just teaching about the young guys, about the responsibility that it means to put an Atlanta United jersey on, given that this team has won 3 trophies in 3 years. So there's kind of high expectations once you step on the field for this team.
I think that one thing we learned from last year is that we can't look past the first opponent, and I think we maybe did that last year a bit, where we were like, oh yeah, we'll go to Costa Rica and kind of take care of business, which didn't really happen. So that's the mindset of getting ready for that first game, and not putting ourselves in a position that we did last year, and then hopefully move on, and then we'll kind of worry about things as they come, and then that's I think right now we haven't really talked about what they're going to do, who, like, we're just talking about us, and we're talking about how we want to play, and kind of how we want to get ready, to kind of then approach these games. So it's in that way, it's just kind of the work we're doing right now. I needed it, and I had a few knocks here and there. So it was really good to get home to Germany and spend a lot of time with my family. And but also at the same time, kind of do a lot of base work that you can't really do during the season, like a lot of strength work, where you can get rid of certain knocks here and there, that I've had, and then I feel great right now, yeah, it's just been a good off season for sure.
Meanwhile, when we talked to PT Martinez, he kind of just told us that he wants to have a great season with Atlanta. He kind of dismissed the rumors of him going to Grêmio, a team from Brazil. He kind of just said that there's always rumors that float around on social media, but he's not paying any attention to it, and that he's ready to come back and get have a successful season with Atlanta, and hopefully have a good enough performances to so he gets called up back to the national team for Argentina.
I think last year we had a really good end to the season. We were able to make it to the conference final, and unfortunately, we weren't able to to take that next step to the final. But the goals for this year are the same. I think Atlanta is up for getting that far again, and that's our goal. And personally, I just want to keep building on everything that I've done and try and help this team. Yeah, I'm feeling good. We're working really hard to prepare ourselves for the season and get ready to make that long run and be playing until the end.
And the same thing with Ezequiel Barco. He kind of said that last year he didn't play so much due to injuries and also being called up for Argentina. But he said that during the offseason, the Atlanta United coaches, they kind of gave him some things, some exercises to do, so he would be less injury prone and he would be spending more time on the field. He's also excited to spend more time on the field with PT Martinez and Joseph on the same time, because last year I believe they only played together like 7 or 8 times together, so not really a lot. So hopefully, we get to see all our 3 designated players more on the field.
Yeah, as you say, last year I wasn't able to participate a lot because of national team duty and some injuries, but it's a new year. So I'm looking forward to getting back into or to turning that around this season and playing a lot. Yeah, I've heard the rumors, but my head is here in Atlanta, so I just want to have a really good season, and then after we'll see what happens. Yeah, it's always tough to get started at the beginning, especially after 2 months of time off, but we're preparing really well, getting ready for the season, and we've got a very important first game.
Well, yeah, it was like an easy media session today, kind of light, kind of cold, so kind of made it short this time around since we were outside. Didn't want to stay out in the cold too much, but this was pretty much it. Like I said before, the team will now head over to Florida for the next 2 weeks, where they'll play 3 friendlies, and after that, the team will come back for a week, I believe, and then they'll head over to Birmingham and play the Legion in another preseason friendly, a match that fans can also attend as well. So if you want to make the 2.5 hour drive to Birmingham and see the Fast Stripes for the first time in 2020, you can go ahead and do so. So yeah, this is about it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.